Hi, everybody. My name is Jason,
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
and we are the Yahuwah and the Torah YouTube channel. We are also YahuwahandtheTorah.net. We are also YahScriptures.com, and you can find us all over on Odyssey. You can find us on Rumble. We are everywhere, and we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us, for being a part of this. We have Eli. He is unable to make it out of bed, so hopefully somebody will be chiseling him out of bed real soon. He's like the sluggard of the family as far as trying to make it out of bed. Oh, and he heard it.
Already out. I was doing my incubator eggs.
Oh, he's doing his incubator eggs. Okay, and he heard of the blasphemy out here. He heard the talking, and all of a sudden he made it out the gate. So he has, how many eggs are in there, Eli?
9 each.
90. We have 18 eggs in our little incubators who live in Eli's room. And we are trying to hatch a bunch of little chickens. And so that is where we are. That's what we're doing down here. Not all day, but we're rocking and rolling the farm. Hopefully everybody out there, hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. Our family is definitely your family. Your family is definitely our family. And we love you all. And let us begin. Can anybody recap me real quick what in the world happened yesterday, where we're at, for anybody that remembers?
Yesterday,
If there's nobody that remembers, that's okay.
yesterday we had Abraham, and he was talking to Yah, and he was telling him the prophecies of his child to come, and then he basically sent these men to his house, and he had all these people, all these. Yeah, we found out he had this nice tent, nice cushions. Yeah, that was kind of the thing. There wasn't a lot besides he was talking to Yah, and he was basically sent 3 messengers to him to basically commune with Abraham.
Yeah, same story. We've heard the story before. All right, so let's continue on. For anybody who, for anybody that wants to order the this 103 books, we were going to include another 2 books to it, but we're not quite sure. I don't think we're going to do it. The book of Gad and the book of Nathan. Is Nathan or Nathaniel? Nathan, yeah. So we don't know if we're going to do those or not, but we are sending in our order today. And so these are going to be heading in our way late February, early March. These are large print, 14.5 font, probably the largest print you will find anywhere out there. It is 103 books. It has the entire scriptures. It has all the Apocrypha. Everything is restored names. And for every scriptures that we are selling, we are attempting to get 1 free scriptures into the prisoners. So every bit of profits that come in from this will go directly to the people who have been really ripped off throughout the years and who have been, victims of all of these so-called donation scams and all of these scams that they have out there. Well, there's a lot of value here to Yah Scriptures. You can, once you get these scriptures in hand, you will understand these are awesome. They are the best translation you will ever find anywhere. And also, if you do not have the money to purchase it, absolutely no problem whatsoever, because you can download this absolutely free of charge. You can download it to every one of your tablets, to your phones, to your devices, to whatever you have. YahScriptures.com. There's a download link always in the description below. What we're reading out of Yah Scriptures, the Apocrypha, single column first edition. And that is getting a tremendous amount of downloads as well. And so for anybody who's interested in that, it is available absolutely free of charge. Okay. All right, gentlemen, we are on chapter 114. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. When they had eaten, one of the Kodesh men said unto me, We shall return to thee 9 months hence, and behold, at that time Sarah shall bear a son. Now Sarah was listening at the door of the tent, and when she heard these words, she laughed within herself, knowing that she was past the age of bearing, and I also was very old. But the Kodesh men of Elohim rebuked her, saying, Is anything too hard for Yahuwah? Surely, when we return here 9 months hence, thou shalt bear a son. Whereupon the 3 Kodesh men of Elohim entered with me into Sarah's tent, and barak her. And the Ruach HaKodesh fell upon Sarah in mighty power in the barakah, and she conceived, according to the word of the man of Elohim. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a quick, a little alert here. There's some stuff in today's readings that don't exactly jive with other stories that we have. And I want to see if you guys are able to pick these out as we run through them. Yeah. Here we go. Then the 3 Kodesh men of Elohim departed from our camp, and I walked with them to bring them on their way towards Sodom. And the one who had before spoken said unto me, Abraham, we are from the city of Canak, and we are ordained after the Kadesh order of Elohim. We have come not only to Barak Sarah, that thou mightest have seed raised up unto thee out of her, but also on a mission which bringeth us sorrow. Nevertheless, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I will do? Nay, surely for his integrity he shall know what I am about to do. Wherefore, Abraham, hast thou looked upon the iniquities of Sodom and her sister cities? For they have provoked Yahuwah with their abominations. For 4 times in each year they gather together to sing and dance before their mighty ones. And when they are dancing, every man layeth hold upon the wives and daughters of his neighbor, and lieth with them. And this thing they do without authority from Elohim, which thing is an abomination in his sight. But behold, this is the least of their sins. For no man is safe who entereth their city. For when a stranger entereth there, they will take from him his goods by force, and they will abuse his body. For both men and women will they bind, and the crowds of the Sodomites will gather about them, and lie with them by force, until every one who desireth to lie with them hath done so. Anyone want to go to Sodom?
No thanks.
Anybody want to take a vacation to Sodom? Let's see what it's like. I heard they had some great sightseeing stuff there.
I don't think so.
No? Okay, 11. Now, it is a wicked thing that men or women should be forced to lie with another against their will. But here the whole city uniteth to force this wicked thing. Moreover, when they have stolen a man's goods and abused his flesh, they will torture him. And when they tire of torturing him, they will leave him naked and without food or water to die in the streets of their city. And it is forbidden by the law for anyone to help such a one by giving him food or drink. Moreover, the people of these cities have numerous mighty ones, before which they practice every kind of abomination without authority. Wherefore Yahuwah hath sent us to gather the righteous out of the cities before they are destroyed. So saying, the 3 embraced me and kissed me, and went their way toward Sodom. Okay, anything different from any other scriptures, stories that we have so far? Anyone?
He hasn't asked Yah about about the righteous. He hasn't asked him, will you save the city over the righteous?
That's coming. Now,
I think it's the thing is the three people.
There's a 3.
Because we know there's 3 people when he first goes. One of them goes away. One goes away, and then one saves Abraham. Then one goes and actually does all the work.
Yeah, that's one little different account of this from the different extracurricular books. Sometimes it says 2 messengers, and sometimes it says 3 messengers. And some of the extracurricular books have a lot more details as far as that goes. But that's not actually what I'm pinpointing. Let's talk about, there's other stuff here that we should discuss. 116. But I remained a long time where they had departed from me, thinking on the things they had said. For it grieved my heart that these great cities with all their inhabitants should be destroyed. Wherefore, I too went down to the vicinity of Sodom, and I called upon the name of Yahuwah there. And when he answered me out of the Shamaim, I said unto him, O Yahuwah, Elohim, merciful and kind, wilt thou destroy the inheritance of the righteous because of the wicked? Nay, O Yahuwah, far be it from thee to do this thing. Wilt thou not spare the inheritances of the righteous? Peradventure there may be 50 righteous in the city. Wilt thou in thine anger destroy the city and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous that are in it? Surely thou wilt not destroy the inheritances of the righteous because of the wicked. Such a judgment should never be passed according to the justice of thine Kodesh Torah, which is in thy bosom. And Yahuwah said, If I find these 50 cities 50 righteous, who keep the Torah and precepts of Elohim, and have partaken of the abominations of the Sodomites, then surely I will spare the whole country for their sake. Okay, has anybody noticed anything different in this?
Abraham went down to Sodom.
There, you got it. Cubby got it. Good job. Yeah, so that's something we never heard, right?
From the other point of view, it sounds like you're just standing at. He's looking out from afar.
There's also other translation or other scriptures that talks about this, that he was sitting in his before the messengers came to him. He was sitting there after he had been sliced up, right? After he had been circumcised. He was sitting there in the pain of his flesh, is what it says in other translations. Here it doesn't say anything like this. And also it does clearly say here that he went down in verse 2 of this. It says, he went down into the vicinity of Sodom. Because something very interesting is going to happen here that you never ever hear. I don't know if we'll make it today, but you never ever hear in any other scriptures anywhere, which is very interesting. Okay. 117, right? Is where we're at?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, 117. Nevertheless, I ventured to speak before Yahuwah again, for I know that all his ways are just. And I said unto him, O Yahuwah, suppose there shall lack but 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy the whole land for the lack of 5 men? And he said, If there be 45 righteous in the land, I will not destroy it. And I spake unto Yahuwah again, saying, O Yahuwah, I know that I am yet but dust and ashes. For although I am, by the testimony of thine own mouth, declared to be a son of Elohim, yet I am not glorified, yet glorified to be like these. Nevertheless, be not displeased with me when I plead on behalf of the righteous. For suppose there should be 40 righteous in the land. And he said, I will not destroy it, if I find there 40. Then I said, O Yahuwah, thou hast been patient indeed with thy servant. Wherefore I shall speak yet again before thee. Suppose there shall 30 righteous be found there. Yahuwah replied, I will not destroy it, if I find 30 there. Then I spake again, I have ventured to speak before Yahuwah. Shall I now cease, lest the righteous be destroyed with the wicked? Suppose there shall be 20 righteous in the land. And Yahuwah said, I will not destroy it for the sake of 20. Finally I said, Oh, let not Yahuwah be displeased, and will speak only once more. Suppose 10 righteous shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. But thou, Abraham, remain here in prayer and fasting until my messengers return unto thee. For if 10 righteous be not found in the land, I shall gather out these righteous who are found there, and thou shalt be caught up of the earth to call down fire and brimstone upon the land by a Kodesh ordinance, insomuch as thou art a Kohen, and a sovereign forever after the order of the Most High Elohim, having the right of the firstborn, which hath come down from the fathers to exercise absolute authority over thy posterity, even the right of life and death under the direction of the Kodesh one. Nevertheless, remember, this authority can only be exercised under the direction of the Shamaim. For when any man exercises this kahuna contrary to the will of the Shamaim, his kahuna is forfeited. His authority passeth away, and he can call upon the powers of the Shamaim to accomplish no work from that day forward. Wherefore, let all men repent of the exercise of unrighteous dominion and turn unto Yahuwah their Elohim, that they be not severed, that they be not severed not from the rights of his house. So saying, Yahuwah departed from me, and I remained in that place in fasting and praying, awaiting the return of the 3 messengers. Okay, we're going to leave it at that today. But what did this last passage just say?
Well, he had powers for being a priest. He's being a Kohen. He gets powers from Shamaim, and if he tries to use them when they're not ordained, not to be from youth, he loses powers and can never use them again.
So he was told by Yah to sit here and wait for his messengers to come back,
and then he's going to call down
then
fire.
Who was going to call down fire?
Abraham.
Yeah, that's what it was going to say. And this is something you do not hear anywhere else. So these are things to consider. Because they are not in scriptures, we can't put them as, this is definite, this is how it happened. Because we get a lot of different stories on these extracurricular books that are definitely different. Now, what do you guys make of this? Do you guys think this is the way? Do you guys think the Father Abraham? Does this make sense?
I think they had this power because in the New Testament, when the city wouldn't accept Yehoshua, the disciples were all like, should we call down fire upon these people? And, Elijah, he did it as well. He called on fire as well. So I do think he had calling down. He can't call down fire.
Yeah, and so it seems that Yah just doesn't equip his little clay people down here without having power. And there is a power of the Ruach HaKodesh that all of us are able to wield, the strength of our Creator, the power, right? And that is an amazing thing that we have been bestowed with. Supernatural things that are completely possible. But like Yah said, if you use this in a wrong fashion, if you use this to the point where you are abusing it, you'll never ever have it again and the power will be gone. All right, so what do you guys make of the story so far? Writings of Abraham.
It seems good so far. It's very
any red flags? What red flags does anybody have so far on anything out of this particular reading?
It is possible he could have gone down to Sodom. We don't know how far Sodom was away from his tent. Maybe he went down to like halfway. Maybe he went down like the foot of it, like an entry to the land. Maybe so Sodom was like way bigger than we're thinking.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Do we believe that Abraham was the one based upon the scriptures that we have, it doesn't say anything. It says it does not talk about this. The messengers leave Father Abraham, and the next thing he knows is he looks up in the morning, and there's sulfur in the air. It looks there's burning everywhere. Why is this so different? What is the right thinking on this? Do we take this as doctrine? Do we take this as possibly? What are your guys' thoughts?
For now, we can probably accept it. We need to see what happens afterwards. But so far, it's nothing it doesn't really contradict the Bible. It doesn't go against it. It doesn't change like laws or anything like that.
Yeah, no laws are changed. Salvation doesn't change. All we're getting is extracurricular stuff. And it makes sense that Yah would use the father of us all in that sense that he would be the executor of Sodom and Gomorrah. So we don't know. I guess chew it with leave it as meat, possibly bones. We don't know, but I guess that's it. So for everybody out there, I guess we are going to say ciao.
All right.
We are out of here. Much love.
Shalom.
Shalom.